What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Juggernaut Retro Reviews. And through the month of February, I am reviewing a handful of Elimination Chamber pay-per-views. Now, in the years past, I have reviewed some Elimination Chamber pay-per-views. I reviewed 2010 and 2011. 2010, 2011, and 2012, I believe. And today we are talking about the 2013 edition of Elimination Chamber. And this show took place on February 17th, 2013 from New Orleans, Louisiana. And this was held at the New Orleans Arena. And the attendance for the show was 13,000. And the buy rate for the show was 213,000. I think it was a little lower than the Rumble. And to be honest, I've never really been a big fan of these Elimination Chamber pay-per-views. Like this, it's never been one of my favorite pay-per-views to watch. But I'm just reviewing it, for the case to just review all these pay-per-views on my channel. So that's why I'm reviewing the 2013 Royal Rumble. Because this was definitely a chore to sit through. But let's quit wasting time. Let's get started with this review. So, the first match that kicked off the night was the World Heavyweight Championship match. We had Alberto Del Rio defending the title against the Big Show, which was, I'm pretty sure this was their third match in the feud, because they had like a World Championship match on a SmackDown, which that match was, I remember that match being pretty decent. And then they had their match at the Rumble, which I think that was their best match that they had. And that was the last man standing match at the Rumble, which Alberto won both of those matches. And then they just had a normal one-on-one match here, as, Alberto Del Rio being a babyface and Big Show being a heel, which I thought that worked really well because, like, a couple years prior, they had this feud and, like, Big Show was the babyface and Del Rio was the heel, which just didn't make a whole lot of sense, I like when, Big Show's the heel and stuff because, like, he's a big, tall giant, Alberto Del Rio. I liked him I didn't mind him as a babyface. But this was just an average match. I mean, nothing too great about this match. I didn't really like the ending that much where it's like Alberto Del Rio, Ricardo Rodriguez, he had this, like, bucket and, like, they, like, used the bucket off Big Show's head, and Big Show ended up getting kicked in the head for with the bucket and stuff. Yeah, I just wasn't big fan of the ending of the match. Just looked really kind of botched a little bit. Just wasn't a big fan of it. But yeah, Alberto Del Rio did retain. Like I said, it was a solid match, but it wasn't as great as their previous matches though. And then the next match we had was the WWE United States Championship match. We had Antonio Cesaro defending the title against The Miz. This was an okay match as well. I enjoyed the Rumble match better, even though that match was on a pre-show. I enjoyed that match better because it felt like something fresh, felt like something new, and to be honest, I don't really remember this feud that much that these guys were having. I couldn't tell you. Like, I have to go back and watch Monday Night Raws from 2013 to see what was happening for this feud. But yeah, I don't remember that much. And The Miz, he was like, doing like like an injury going on, or a kayfabe injury. His like chest and like ribs were taped up and all that. And the match ended by disqualification where The Miz didn't mean to. Well, it was what's the word I'm looking for? It was he didn't mean to like low blow Antonio Cesaro, like his knee landed on his balls or his ding ding. We really wasn't a big fan of the ending, how it ended in disqualification. That match was kind of a dud there. And then we move on to the Elimination Chamber match. This was to see who was going to be going for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 29. So the competitors in this match we have were Daniel Bryan, Kane, Mark Henry, Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, and Jack Swagger. This was a good. This was a good Elimination Chamber match. Let me say something real quick. So, Mark Henry, he really stood out in this match. He was really dominant. He was eliminating people left and right. And so we had Daniel Bryan and Kane in the match here. Team Hell No. They were doing a Team Hell No at the time. They kind of teased a little bit of tension, but they never really did anything. They kind of bicker back and forth. Like no, yes, no, and doing all that stuff with each other. So I like the back and forth that Kane and Daniel Bryan did in the match. But yeah, Mark Henry, he was definitely MVP in this match. He eliminated Daniel Bryan by World's Strongest Slam, and then not long after, he eliminated Kane. But when Kane was going for a top rope move, Mark Henry caught him and did the World's Strongest Slam to Kane. So Daniel Bryan and Kane were gone pretty quick in the match. And then it came down to Mark Henry, Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, and Jack Swagger. And then Mark Henry was the next to go after that. After Mark Henry he got a finisher from everybody in the match. So he got a finisher from Jack Swagger. I think he got the Swagger bomb from him. And then Jericho hit the code breaker, and then Randy Orton ended up hitting the RKO for the 1-2-3. So Mark Henry was gone. Actually, hold on, wait. Yeah. I was doing it right. Yeah, so Mark Henry was gone after that. And then it came down to Jericho, Orton, and Swagger, and who was it? Oh, yeah, Jericho. No, Orton got rid of Jericho by hitting RKO, and then Randy Orton got rolled up by Jack Swagger, which, came out of, left field. Like, I wasn't expecting Jack Swagger to win this match, which, Jack Swagger, was this, bringing back, like, this, like, new gimmick, this, like, we, the people type of gimmick, this, like, kind of like, he's still doing, like, All-American, being, like, this patriot and stuff, and he has Zeb Coulter with him, his manager. But, yeah, I didn't think that Jack Swagger should have won this match, because to this day, Jack Swagger or Jake Hager, in AEW, I just never really been a big fan of him. He always screamed mid card to me, and it's really nothing against Jack Swagger. I just didn't really care for his character that much. And then he had a whole new theme song at this point. Debuting his own new theme song, his new gimmick, and all that. And in even the match that they had at WrestleMania 29 with Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger, that screamed mid card to me. Like, nobody cared about that match at Mania 29. I mean, it was just terrible. But yeah, just wasn't a big fan of this here. Now, I wouldn't mind if they would have done this match like a SummerSlam or like a Survivor Series, but like at WrestleMania, like this match did not need, like, Jack Swagger and Alberto Del Rio did not need to be at WrestleMania. Like I said, it just was a mid-card match, and it didn't need to be for the world title. I wish someone else was holding the world title at this point in 2013, but yeah, we just wasn't a big fan of it. And then the next match we had was a 6-man tag team match. We had The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins going up against John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus. Now, this was the second time that The Shield, this is the second time they, had their second legit match in WWE at this point in 2013. Because the first match was back in 2012 at the TLC pay-per-view, which was a great pay-per-view. It was like against like Team Hell No and I think Ryback, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And now, of course, we had Ryback, Cena, and Sheamus here. This was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. I had a feeling, maybe Cena's team was going to win because, I feel like this was going to be like a Nexus situation all over again. But no, this wasn't. The Shield won clean. I'm happy that they pinned Ryback in the match because, it was smart for them to do that. And, prior on this build-up, like on the go-home show to like Elimination Chamber on Monday Night Raw, they did like their finishers and stuff like on 3MB. Like, so John Cena hit his AA, Ryback hit his Shell Shock, and Sheamus hit his like the Celtic Cross. So they all hit their finishers and stuff on 3MB. And they were trying to do that kind of situation all over again here. Like, Cena's trying to hit the AA onto Dean Ambrose, and then Ryback was trying to hit the Shell Shock onto Seth Rollins. But Roman Reigns came in and hit a spear onto Ryback, and then Seth Rollins fell onto Ryback to get the 1, 2, 3. So the winners of the match were the Shield, and they will continue their winning streak and continue to like be really hot in WWE and like to continue to have great matches in WWE. Because I'm pretty sure it was at WrestleMania where we had Sheamus. Sheamus continued the feud with the Shield. And I think it was Big Show and Randy Orton, and then Big Show turned heel for like the 1,000th time. It was terrible. And then, of course, Cena went on to main event WrestleMania 29 for the WWE Championship. And then Ryback went to face Mark Henry. So, everybody went in their own separate directions after this. But, this was kind of, this filler to have something for these guys to do. But, yeah, I mean, it was a solid match. Really, really fun match here. And then the next match we had was Dolph Ziggler going up against Kofi Kingston. So basically, Dolph Ziggler comes out. He's saying how he's not on the card and this is not right, and how he's really good and stuff. And then Booker T comes out saying, "Hey, you're gonna be facing the Mystery Pony," which I just said it was Kofi Kingston. I mean, this was a really short match. Ziggler ended up winning the match. Like, they were doing this like big thing on the top rope. Did he hit the Famouser? I really can't remember if he hit the Famouser to win, because that's how short this match was, and that's how much I really care about this match. I'm pretty sure. Well, he hit this like front like suplex off the top rope, which was pretty nice suplex. And, Kofi Kingston, he was doing his normal high-flying stuff, his normal moves that he does. Like, he hit his boom drop in the match. I'm pretty sure Ziggler, or maybe Ziggler hit the zigzag. I don't remember. But either way, Ziggler won the match. The Money in the Bank winner, from 2012. No, was it 2012? Yeah, from 2012. Hold on. Yeah, because he won the Money in the Bank the prior year. Yeah, so he was still holding the Money in the Bank, which, we all know what happens where Ziggler cashes in the night after WrestleMania on Monday Night Raw. And then after the match, we had Big E Langston attack Kofi Kingston, which Big E would debut in his first match at WrestleMania 29. I think it was in the mixed tag team match. I believe it was. But yeah, he would end up, hitting the big ending on Kofi Kingston and beating Kofi Kingston down. And it's just weird, to see now, kind of, fast forward to 2023 and seeing Big E and Kofi Kingston, still as a New Day. Like, it's just crazy to see that. But yeah, this match was not that good at all. And speaking of their match that wasn't that good, we had the WWE Divas Championship match. We had Kaitlyn defending the Divas Championship against Tamina Snuka. Yeah, this match was a piss break. Nobody cared about this match. The fans didn't care. People probably didn't care watching this on pay-per-view. Tamina Snuka should try going for a, her Superfly, frog splash, the Superfly splash. And then Kaitlyn moved out of the way, hit a spear, 1, 2, 3. Kaitlyn retains. Yeah, skippable match here. Don't even care about watching this match. And then the main event was for the WWE Championship. We had The Rock defending the title against CM Punk, and Paul Heyman was in the corner of CM Punk. So, the stipulation for this match was if The Rock had been counted out or disqualified, he would end up losing the WWE Championship. And before the match, you had CM Punk coming out with the WWE Championship, claiming that he was the People's Champion. He was still the champion. The Rock wasn't champion. He got screwed at the Royal Rumble. And to this day, I still think that they shouldn't have put the title. I think it was a bad decision to put the title onto The Rock, because like you had CM Punk, he had this great world title reign, 434 days, great world title reign, and then it all ends to part timer The Rock, which don't get me wrong, I love The Rock, but like The Rock did not need to win WWE Championship. He did not need the title around his waist. But I understand why WWE did it, because they wanted to do Cena and The Rock again. They wanted to do twice in a lifetime. But yeah, I mean, I just don't like how they did Punk there and stuff, and like it made the title seem kind of like irrelevant again. Because like once The Rock won the title, the title didn't really matter again. Because like The Rock wasn't there every single week. And The Rock was going to be eventually losing the title. So like at WrestleMania, so it's not like The Rock was going to be there a long term. So it was just, I don't know. I just wasn't a big fan of them putting the title on The Rock at the Royal Rumble. I mean, yeah, it's cool to see him win the title again, but like, I don't know. I was kind of hoping maybe at this time, when I was watching the pay-per-view, I was hoping for maybe a title change, or maybe have Punk inserted into the maybe make it a triple threat match at that Mania. I don't know, but I just, like I said, it made the title seem irrelevant, because like I said, once The Rock won it, it was more about The Rock, less about the WWE Championship. But yeah, about this match. This match was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I feel like the chemistry here between The Rock and CM Punk was a lot better than the Royal Rumble match. Even though some people might say the Royal Rumble match was better because that's where The Rock won the title. But I wasn't a big fan of, when the Shield got involved, and then, them CM Punk winning the match, and then Vince coming out, they restarting the match, and then The Rock, ends up winning the title. I just wasn't a big fan of that, didn't like that much, but I just enjoyed this match better. Like I said, more chemistry that they had with each other. I mean, you had some wrestles going on in this match. You had a pretty nice table spot. I think Punk hit a, did he hit a rock bottom onto The Rock out on a table? Yeah, I think he did. He did that on the table. He had a lot of near falls in this match. He even had some ref bumps. He had a couple ref bumps in this match where it was CM Punk. He was Irish whooping The Rock into the ropes, and then the ref got knocked outside the ring. He was out for a little bit, and then a second ref came out, and then Punk he hit like the GTS, and then the ref got in the ring, count 1, 2, and then The Rock kicked out, and then Punk was just like so shocked, and he ended up like rolling on the leg of him, or the referee ended up rolling his ankle, or kayfabe in it, I guess. So they brought in the original referee back into the ring, and The Rock ended up hitting the people's elbow, and then hitting the Rock bottom and to get the 1, 2, 3. So The Rock ended up retaining the match, which I really wasn't surprised to, because after Cena won the Rumble, it was just really predictable, because they're going to be doing The Rock and John Cena once again, which I didn't really like how they made it twice in a lifetime. It was only once in a lifetime. They shouldn't have done it twice, just in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought the Rock and CM Punk match was better here than the Royal Rumble match. Like I said, their chemistry was better, and also the crowd reactions here, it was really good, and it was good at the Rumble too. But I don't know, New Orleans, they were doing, they were cheering a lot in this match. They were really popping hard, especially for The Rock. But yeah, that was my Elimination Chamber 2013 review. Overall, this was pretty skippable show. I mean, would I recommend watching the show? No, not really. I mean, only the matches I recommend watching on the show are the Elimination Chamber match for to see who's going to be going for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. The 6-man tag team match between Cena, Ryback, Sheamus, and The Shield. That was a good match. And then the main event. Really, those are the only things to watch. Everything else on the show is skippable. Like I said, the only reason why I watch the show is just to, end up, like reviewing it. That's the only reason really why I watch this Royal Rumble. I mean, not Royal Rumble. Elimination Chamber. Excuse me. And, basically, and then of course in that next in April they had a terrible WrestleMania. WrestleMania 29 was garbage. But yeah, that was my Elimination Chamber 2013 review. If this is your first time ever checking out my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, because the more likes you do on my videos, the more, it helps out in the algorithm. So definitely do that. Also, turn on my notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. As well as go down in the comments and let me know any videos that you guys want to see coming up in the future here. Definitely do that. And also go follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheTrueJSB. And some videos I got coming up for you guys. So tomorrow or later on tonight, because I'm doing this on Thursday. So tonight I'm going to be doing a watch along for the Elimination Chamber 2014 with Leo. Me and Kicking It with Leo are going to be watching the 2014 Elimination Chamber. So if you want to come stop by on the stream, definitely do that, because we're going to be doing the watch along for it. As well as I'm going to be doing some more Elimination Chamber reviews this later on this weekend and into next week as well. And then eventually I'm going to start talking about some WrestleManias. And I also got a movie review I'm going to be doing. I think it's going to be next week, because I think that's when Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania come out. I think so. But yeah, this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I will catch you guys in my next video. So peace out.